Another fine day. Wishes of well-being I bring to everyone. Otherwise, anyone want their own little piece of hell? It's got extra hearts. For the ease of setting my mind to peace, I tend to slide disagreement and frustration off to one side when it becomes what I no longer have reliable sensibility toward, rather than realistically revealing a lack of sensitivity, quite similarly to serving one up a side dish of reckless behavior at no extra charge, homelessly on the house to no effect. Let's face it, if doing nothing is the best that one or more can come up with for themselves and those dependent upon them, or whom once was, and always could have been, maybe even should be, then thankfully you will pray for them in their so distant recognition of shame. They that won't do the same in kind, for they have gained nothing. By neither being here nor there, never attempting to reckon for what they took, they are still so empty and unaware of how they look, simply existing like an unread book. So take a long moment each day to fill them up with your prayers, even though they will never know or even care, those naysayers. Maybe for the sake of your love for them, some will experience a subliminal rubbing off effect when they could not find the same within themselves. They may someday come to do for a stranger, irregardless of how it reminds them of you. Tolerating something should not exceed or even meet up with, come close to, overcoming its effect when the effect is overcome by your intolerance. So into the oh well receptacle, much displeasing must inevitably go. For there becomes a point of personal worth, more so rewarding than not, when the point of no return becomes worth attempting, unless the return of no point, if you got no point, becomes a worthless repetition to failure that one pointlessly seeks again and again. Maybe then, little more than the flip side of a coin, just turn it around, man, would suffice all but too well. It will not serve to help when speaking softly to a brick wall fails, nor will screaming at it reward one, all the more with any sense of improvement. So the verbal approach won't work. Stop screaming all the time. Try climbing the thing and getting to the top where you can see forever. It's not that far away. Wouldn't you like to have a say? Will logic ever begin to seep into the depths of one's lack of understanding? With the buoyancy of hope, that will achieve the results that otherwise would not even have been considered. Similarly to entertaining a metaphoric example of a closed drawer to life's obscure filing system, where there is a place for everyone from Amy to Zachary. The files are A to Z, and there is no in-between proper placement when alphabetizing the system. The next drawer up or down is not indicative of any type of efficiency when referencing the contents of a file's worth within a particular drawer's position, as referred to here, any physical position rising above the floor. Third drawer up should be better. The higher up you go, the more important it becomes, and so on. Employing the use of the Dewey Decimal System, and you complicate your life with the ease of being able to find anything now in less time than it took to complain about not so otherwise. But you must first learn how to use it for it to help you, that being most likely due to the fact that it was not set up that way, Jack. As if to be functionally more than for show. Just letting you know. Best to put the horse in front of the cart rather than to horse around like they are goats with ropes, and with a snap of the reins to the rear, yell, "Go, goats, mush." Hell, if you want it to work well, they tend to pull far better than they push. One's destiny oftentimes comes by the fate of their own choices. Only you will change you. I might encourage the will for you to do so by awakening your self-dignity. Some have to initially develop some, which begins with self-forgiveness. You can't blame you for what others do, and you should always forgive the innocent, and they will you. No matter how you slice it, whomever possesses it, they should immediately give it away. The last word, that is, in any disagreement must come to be forgiveness. Or forget this attempt to help you see. Please look at what you're doing.